Hey everyone, Ellie here. I have a really sweet grounding practice for us today. We're going to be on the floor, working with our bodies, with our breaths, to ground down into our foundation and really open up into some of the deeper muscles, tendons, ligaments of the joints. Let's meet on our mats, starting in child's pose. As you make your way onto hands and knees, begin to guide the hips back towards the heels. The toes will touch. There's some space between the knees. Walk the forehead down, relaxing the third eye space, right in between the brow on the mat. Feeling your muscles begin to relax, the bones feel heavier. And letting the breath buoyantly inflate the backs of the ribs, the back of the heart. Feeling a little more pressure in the fingertips, the palms. Begin to round the upper back as you bring the armpits in towards each other, squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. On the next breath in, guiding yourself back up into your tabletop. Feeling rooted and grounded here. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze, lift your sit bones into cow pose. Exhaling to round the back. Push the floor away with your fingertips. Protract the shoulders. So we're lifting that space in between the shoulder blades. Broadening the upper back. Inhale as you retract the shoulders. So you're dropping the heart space in between the shoulder blades. The rhomboids sink in between the scapula. Linger for a moment at the top of your inhale. And allow the next exhale to drop the head. Squeeze your arms to your midline. Round the back ribs as you gently gaze towards your navel. Lingering for a moment in that space at the bottom of the exhale. Inhale, find a neutral spine. On your next exhale, walk yourself forward, puppy pose, bringing the forehead onto the mat. Resettle into your foundation, adjusting the legs if you need, maybe bringing the knees a little closer together. Feel into the back of the heart, pressing the fingertips down into the mat. Let that expand the back of the heart space a bit more as you vent the breath through the back ribs. As you press down into the baby fingers, feel the outer edges of the arms turn on, the armpits stretch, and the side bodies lengthen as you stretch the tail up and away from the tips of the fingers. If you'd like to go a bit deeper, push down into the hands, lift the forehead off the mat, gaze to the top of the mat, drop the heart to the floor. The chin comes down to the mat. Keep that rounding in of the armpits as you melt the heart into the floor. Anahatasana, heart melting pose. On the next breath in, push down into the fingertips. Guide your heart through the gateway of the arms. Drop the elbows, drop the belly, the pelvis. Tops of the feet root down. Sphinx. The back of the head rises as you roll the shoulders back and down the spine, gently dragging the forearms back on the sticky mat. So the chest broadens, opens towards the front of the mat. Be careful to keep the spine evenly, the bend evenly distributed into the spine. The mid-back wants to crease here. So this drawing back of the arms drives the bend into the upper back where it belongs. If you're having some tenderness in the low spine here or the sacrum, take the feet a little wider. The legs can take up a little more space. Stay active in the legs, lift the kneecaps so the quads strengthen. Now push the tops of the feet into the floor, press the pelvis into the floor, and pull the heart forward, opening through the chest. And tuck your toes, take a deep inhale through the nose as you root down through the forearms. Pick the pelvis up off the mat, dolphin. The elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Relax the neck. Option to walk the feet in a little here. Maybe you pedal out the feet or stay still in the legs. It's up to you. Keep that rounding in the upper back as you protract the shoulders, pushing the floor away. Wrapping the upper arm bones in. So you feel this in the chest. There's tension in the front body. Bring your feet together behind you. On the next inhale, lift the right leg up. Gaze towards your hand. Keep the inner thighs squaring towards one another, squeezing in like scissor blades. And breathe. In and out through the nose. Inhaling to lift and lengthen the right foot away from you. On the exhaling, driving the left heel down into the mat even more firmly. Exhale, gently release the right leg down. Take a moment. Feel the difference between the sides of your body. The next inhale, free up the left foot, lift the left leg, strong right leg. The right kneecap lifts, left kneecap lifts for that matter as well. Keeping the core strong, hips square to the mat. And the next exhale gently drops the left leg down. Take a deep breath in. Come high up onto the balls of the feet. And the exhale bends the knees, child's pose. Knees down, toes together, forehead to the floor. And breathing into the back of the heart, filling the lungs. Grounding down, feel your connection with the mat. Feel your connection with the earth. Feel your connection to your heart. And the next inhale, push down into the mat, gaze ahead. Pull yourself into a tabletop. The next breath in, touch the toes, high plank to downward facing dog. Lift the hips, settle in. Root the fingers into the mat, rounding the upper back. The arm bones wrap in on themselves. Push the floor away as you lift the tailbone up and back. Drive the heels into the earth. Maybe you take a little bend in the knees, stretching the sit bones up higher, dropping the chest between the arms. The next breath in brings the feet together. Right leg rises up. Gaze ahead, exhale, knee to nose. Begin to round the back. Look forward, step through into a low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe here. Squeezing inner thighs together. Plug the right femur bone into the right hip socket. The left hip wraps forward and down. Settling the hips down a little lower. Inhale. Lift the gaze. Lift the hands. Look up and back. Bending from the top down. Opening the heart to the sky. Next breath in, squeeze those inner thighs together. Rise up. On the exhale, plant the hands. Straighten the right leg. Half splits, Ardha Hanumasana. Take a breath in, lift and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold in. Inhaling dynamically. Working the stretch in the back of the right leg. Lengthen the spine. The exhale brings you down into the fold. Strong in the right leg. Keep the scissoring action in the inner thighs, hugging towards your center line. Grounding the right heel into the mat. The next breath in brings you forward. Right foot plants, left toes tuck. Send your right leg back and up. Three-legged dog. Option for a vinyasa, shift forward. Maybe you keep the right leg lifted. Maybe you drop both knees. It's up to you. Lower all the way onto your mat. Come onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Bring your forehead to the mat. Take the hands out. Tent the palms. The elbows come right over the wrists. Inhale, ripple the spine up, gaze up. I've heard this one called aggravated cobra. It seems appropriate. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Inhale, lift up, look over the right shoulder, drop the left shoulder down. Inhale to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Drop the right shoulder in. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, forehead to the mat. Hands come under the shoulders. Tuck the toes. High plank or tabletop to downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Round the armpits in towards one another like they're waving high to each other. Belly to thighs. Drop the chest through the armpits as you bring the feet together. On the inhale, lift the left leg up. On the exhale, round the back. Knee to nose touch, or as close as you can get today. Look ahead towards the left thumb. Plant the left foot. Inhale, lift the heart, drop the right knee, sweep the hands up. Squeeze inner thighs together, dragging left heel back, right knee forward, hands to heart center. Find length through the spine as you wrap the right hip forward. And then inhale, arms extend up, go up, look back. Arcing the spine, open, lifting through the chest. Keep the eyes with the fingers. Reaching back further than you can go. Keep lifting the sternum. Breathing into the back of the chest, lifting the heart. Inhale, return to center. From the bottom up, straighten the spine. The exhale plants the hands, frame the left foot. The left leg straightens, half splits. Strong hips. Lift the left kneecap. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Come up onto fingertips. exhale, fold over the left leg. Long, flat back. Tailbone lifts, so you enhance the stretch in the back of the left leg and the hamstring. The next inhale lifts and lengthens the spine. And the next exhale folds you in a little more deeply. Inhale, come up, bend the left knee, plant the hands, right toes tuck, three-legged dog. Inhale, shift forward, come onto your belly. This time, interlock the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the chest, squeeze your back body. Come up. The exhale brings forehead to floor. Tops of the feet root down. If you need a little more space, take the legs wider. The next breath in, gaze up from the top of the spine down. Come up. Squeeze the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the muscles on either side of the spine. Come up more. Exhale to release. One more. Next breath in, bring it up all the way. More than you did last time, higher. Strong in the back. Bring in a smile. I promise it makes it a little bit easier. And come up one more millimeter. Okay, come on down, forehead to the mat. Plant your hands. Tuck your toes. High plank to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath into the back of the heart. And as you exhale, let the heart space melt towards the shins. Bring your feet together. The next inhale lifts the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Pigeon pose, right knee to right wrist. Right ankle to left wrist. This is a wonderful place for a block right underneath the right hip, right butt here. You have the option to stay here, option to walk yourself down. Maybe you come down onto forearms. If you have a block here to rest the head on, that's ideal. Otherwise, maybe you come all the way down. We'll be here several breaths. Relaxing into the shape, into your heart, into your breath. Feeling sensation arise and choosing to be with the sensations, the emotions that come up as we work these tender areas in the hips. Often called the emotional junk drawer. This is where we hold lots of trauma stored in the body. So if any of these begin to arise, know that that is completely normal, and I encourage you to feel and breathe deeply into whatever's happening for you. Over the next couple of breaths, begin to breathe a little more deeply. Again, firming the hands into the floor, rooting the mat away as you walk yourself back up. into your three-legged dog. Give the right leg a little shake out. Get the blood flowing again. And then release, right leg down. Again, taking a moment here. Feel the blood flow back into the right thigh, knee, calf, and foot. Bring the feet together. Inhale, the left leg rises. And exhale, knee to nose. Pigeon pose. Take left knee to left wrist. Left ankle to right wrist. Flex the left foot here. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, setting up your props as you need here. Noting that it could be different on this side, and that's completely normal. When you're ready, walk yourself down, find your depth in the shape. I have a little more sensation on this side, and that's okay. Just breathing with whatever comes up for you here. Sensations, maybe physically the sensation is quite intense. Noting that that physical sensation can also trigger emotions to flow through your being. Emotions that we've pushed down, that we haven't had a chance to process in our body yet. It's common for those things to arise here. And this is a safe space to do so. And so just being kind to yourself, being compassionate, and holding the space. Holding the space for your own healing. And bring your awareness back to your body, gently rooting the hands down into the mat, guiding yourself up. Bringing hands underneath shoulders, spread the fingers wide, tuck the right toes, three-legged dog, send the left leg back and up, giving it a shake here before releasing both feet to the mat. Take a moment to breathe. And the next inhale, gaze to the hands. Come high up onto the balls of the feet, gently walking your feet to the top of your mat. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant your seat. Plant the feet. Reach the arms out, maybe scoot up a little bit. We're going to lie down. Belly squeezes into the spine. Come down one vertebrae at a time. Take a moment to feel the back body on the floor. Feel the groundedness of your heart on the mat. Coming into fish pose, extend the legs long, sit on the thumbs. Opening the heart from the center of the chest, lift the heart through the shoulder blades. Come onto the forearms, drop the head back, squeeze the arm bones in together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a lion's breath out of the mouth. Stick out the tongue, cross the eyes, and roar. Take another deep inhale. We'll do that again. Lion's breath out. One more time. Inhale, let it be loud and make some noise. And the next exhale gently releases you down. Bringing both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze here. And let the exhale drop knees to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Cactus arms or whatever feels good in your body here. The next inhale brings you back to center. And the exhale, take your knees to the left, gaze to the right, and twist. Inhale to center. Give the knees one more big loving hug in. And then stretch out into your shavasana. Taking the arms out and the legs out. Let the toes flop out to the sides and the fingers curl up. You might windshield wiper the toes out a bit. Lock the shoulder blades under. Relax the breath practice if you began one. And feel yourself melt into the floor, feeling grounded and connected to Mama Earth. Letting yourself melt, feel held and supported, rooted into your being. You have everything that you need. And you are taken care of. You are safe. You are complete and whole. And perfect just as you are. If you're able to take several more minutes here, I encourage you to do so. If you're ready to get up and move about your day, please begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Rolling to one side when you're ready. Guide yourself into a seat. Keep the eyes closed. Rooting the sit bones into the mat. Reach the crown of the head up and away from the sit bones. Now on the next breath in, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhaling, thumbs to the center of the chest. And please join me in one Om to close. Inhale deeply. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. You are love. You are light. Namaste. Thank you.